everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm really happy to have you here and I've got an exciting summer haul. This is working out really well for me, actually, doing like seasonal hauls, and I think it will be helpful for some because you can sort of see seasonally what I buy. I know people do videos to do with like favourite summer products, say favourite winter products, that sort of thing. But this is a good reflection and an indication, let's say, of those sort of seasonal products I like for summer. I've actually got one of the palettes I'm going to show you on my eyes today, so if you do wish to see this look, it's quite simple and easy. As you can see, it's an everyday look. I'm going to my daughter's school later on today and this afternoon, and I didn't want anything too dramatic, and so I'm going to pop this on the end of the video just to demo this rather than do it in a separate video, because I haven't used the palette enough to do a full review on it anyway. But if you do want a full review on the palette or any of the other products I'm going to show you in today's haul, then please do let me know in the comments. And there may be more than one summer haul this year, because although I've got all this to show you, I have just had to place an order at Boots. So let's just make a start and show you what I got. So the most exciting bits for me, which I'm going to start with straight away, is the ColourPop order. Now, ColourPop is a fairly affordable brand, but it's more affordable for those living in the US. For us living in the I mean, I can't speak for anywhere else in the world, but for us living in the UK, once you've paid stuff like taxes and you do get free shipping over it when you spend over $50, but you've got your currency conversion as well. So yeah, it doesn't work out the cheapest, but I just literally couldn't resist. If you've been watching my previous videos, you've seen that I bought the Sweet Talk spring palette and the lipsticks as well. I bought a bit from that collection, but it didn't, and I absolutely love everything that I got. I've literally been using that palette to death since then. But today is the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year and it's the official start to summer, and so spring's finished and I really wanted to crack out the summer makeup. So I've got this 5th birthday ColourPop collection stuff to show you. I also bought some of their blushes because I didn't buy any of the blushes from the spring collection. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of the Super Shock blushes and if they're any good. Personally, I'm just sort of used to powder products, so that's what I bought. So anyway, let's show you the first item. This is the Main Squeeze palette. You could probably have guessed it with all the red on my eye, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't decide yet which I like more, the Sweet Talk palette or this one. The box looks like a watermelon. It's just so cute. You've got the shade names on the back. It's very rare that I sort of feel tempted to keep packaging for a product. I think the only time I've ever done that is with the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I even didn't keep the Sweet Talk packaging, but I am really tempted to keep this box because it's just so cute. You do have on the actual palette itself the cute little seeds for the watermelon seeds, and it's beautiful, sort of like almost gold. I don't want to say rose gold. I feel like everyone says rose gold for everything these days, but it is sort of like slightly rose gold, slightly bronzy font, shiny plastic packaging, so different to Sweet Talk, which was cardboard, but just as gorgeous. And then you do also have the shades on the back for those of you that really don't want to keep the box, and hats off to them. I absolutely love this. This is just, they've heard us, they've listened to what we want, and they've put the shade names on the palette itself, which is just fantastic. I can't fault that. I can't fault the packaging. I cannot fault it. There's hardly any wasted space. It's nice and compact. This would be absolutely fantastic for travel. I'm not sure I would use this as a travel palette, to be honest, because obviously it's designed to be a monochromatic type of a red palette. We'll get to that in a minute. Whether it is monochromatic or not is a debate, but it's supposed to be that way, so I'm not sure there'd be enough variety here for me to travel with. And if I was going to travel over the summer, I probably want more bronzier, golder shades personally for being on holiday, but it's great if you want to just wear all red on your holiday. It's a great travel palette. It's certainly compact and sturdy, let's say, if that's the sort of, those are qualities people are looking for, isn't it, in a travel palette. And yeah, so these shades look to me smaller than the usual ColourPop pans, so it's like mini pans, but it's plenty here. I mean, how many times do we hit pan? How many times are you going to hit pan on a red sort of eyeshadow? It's not like you'll be wearing that necessarily every day. But yes, let's talk through. I'm not going to swatch these guys out for you because it doesn't give you an indication of the way that they perform, and there are already lots of videos on it. If you want a swatch video on this palette, let me know and I'll do a review on the palette. That's something people are interested in. I'll try and do it. I know that sometimes I say that and people request a video and I don't get round to it, but you know, I do have 2 kids and a busy lifestyle, so I will try. I promise you that I'll try. I've used on my eyes today Tropez, Big Gulp, Home Slice and Maraschino. I used a tiny bit of Red Bottoms as well, and the other day, and Juicy Fruit. So I've used loads of them today, and the other day when I did my makeup I used Tropez, Juicy Fruit, Seed Money and Baywatch, and I absolutely loved it. So the only shade in this palette I haven't yet tried is Like It's Hot, which is the one that most people are saying is the most unique, and well, a lot of people are saying that that's a unique and beautiful shade in this palette, so I'm not worried about that shade in the slightest. And all the other shades I've used I really love and perform really well, so I couldn't be happier with this palette. It's got a really nice sturdy mirror. It did come absolutely immaculately in the post as well. It had a piece of foam over the shadows. It had a big sturdy sticker on the mirror. So yeah, I really just I just cannot fault it. And for $12, if you actually get to buy it for $12, you know, it's a steal. And what I've got on my lips today is the So Juicy Plumping Lip Gloss. I haven't ever tried any of their Juicy lip glosses, or any of their lip glosses for that matter, and it's a minty tingling. I don't know if it actually physically plumps the lips, but I feel like my lips are plumped, and that's what I think really matters, not what you look like and what other people think, but how you feel. It's like confidence. You know, if you feel frumpy or old or unattractive, you'll probably come across that way, and if you feel the opposite, you'll come across that way, because confidence, as I'm sure most people realise, and I think if you don't already realise that, it's probably just something that's going to come with age, and you will eventually realise that, because it's the confidence and your belief in yourself that will shine through and, you know, come across as attractive. So anyway, babbling on, I feel like this is, because it's minty and tingly, it makes me feel like my lips are juicy and plump, and so they probably come across juicy and plump. So there you go. I really love this shade as well. I have very pigmented lips, so for me this is actually very similar to my lip colour. It's a sort of blushy red colour, and as you can see, I'm absolutely obsessed with red, so I love that. Now they did do, I think it was 3 lip bundles like this in this box, and the only one I was interested with, Slice of Life, because the other 2 lip bundles that they did for their 5th birthday collection have ultra matte lips, and I'm just not that a fan of liquid lipsticks, matte liquid lips in the summer. I have all the sort of Too Faced ones that I want to use in autumn winter already, so I went with this one. This is an ultra glossy lip, which again is a formula I haven't yet tried, and I still haven't tried it. And then we've got the ultra blotted lip, which was a formula I hadn't tried, and this shade is called Swing Away. It looks more red in the tube, I think, than it actually is. It does pull a little bit more pink on the lips. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have tried it. I do love the ultra blotted lip formula if they're all like this. I've only tried the one, and I find, there's the shade there, and it dries down matte, and it just looks sort of like blurry is the only way I've got to describe it. And this hasn't been opened yet, so oh, that's a pretty shade. Oh, the wand was a bit stiff, but I've managed to. I don't think that the camera's going to pick up really on this ultra glossy lip the prettiness of the shade, especially with my lighting and sort of quality, but it does have a bit of shimmer through it, and it is like a light pinky colour. It's just gorgeous. I mean, that I've not tried it on top of the ultra blotted lip. I just liked that on its own when I wore it. but I'm really happy with this, and yeah, watch this space if you want to know in future videos how it goes. I wanted to get the 5th birthday collection bundle that was, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a collaboration with Fourth Ray Beauty. I say collaboration, my understanding is Fourth Ray Beauty is a derivative of ColourPop. It's their own skincare range, so I don't know how they collab with themselves, but anyway, that's what they're calling it. And the box set, which would have come with the lovely main squeeze sort of packaging, was these 2 products and a lip scrub. I accidentally bought these 2 products on its own, so this set's called Balance Me or something. It doesn't come with a lip scrub, so I'm really gutted that I've missed out on the lip scrub. And I accidentally bought 2 of these when I only meant to buy 1, so I've got the 2, but I absolutely do love them. I've tried them both. I've got the watermelon face milk and the watermelon seed oil. Now the watermelon seed oil doesn't really smell of anything, so if you wanted that watermelon scent, you're not going to get that. But if like me, you don't like a fragrance in your skincare, then you're going to love it. I've tried it on its own so far, but actually what I bought it for, what I really want to do is mix it with Estee Lauder's Double Wear Foundation, because I like to mix that with it, because it's a matte foundation. I like to mix it with an oil when I'm going for a dewy look, and I still am able then to get the longevity out of it. And this watermelon face milk, I am pretty happy with my skincare regime at the moment, but this I bought in the, I don't know what word I'm looking for, with the aim of using it as a primer, because I wondered if it was quite similar to Too Faced's Hangover Primer RX, the one with the coconut water in it, but this is watermelon instead, and I would say they were quite comparable, and I use it as a primer, and it worked really well for that, because I don't like silicone primers, so I'm really loving that. If you're seeing me as we go making funny faces with my mouth, I will admit this is a sticky glass, and I'm getting that sort of sticky thing. Now that sort of thing doesn't bother me. I actually love this nostalgic feeling of it, because it reminds me of my teenage years and my youth. But if you don't like a sticky gloss, then you're going to struggle with that So Juicy, but I don't mind it. It's just been ages since I've worn one, so I'm just getting used to it. Okay, so I think these are the last 2 things I bought from ColourPop. I bought the palette where you got a discount buying 6 pans of face product, and I went with 6 blushes, and here they are here. And I've got to say, I haven't yet tried them all. I've only tried 1. Let's have a look which one I've tried. I'm just scared. I'm scared to ding them, and I'm scared they're gonna sort of like come out and go everywhere. They're just so beautiful. I want to keep them nice. Is that the one I tried? Yeah, I can't actually remember which one I put on my face. I'm pretty sure it was this one, Weirdo. So that's the shade Weirdo. And I will say, watch as many videos as you can before you order these, if you actually care about just buying 1 or 2 specific shades. For me, I just wanted to try them, and I wanted a variety, so it doesn't bother me. But if you're looking on their website and you're ordering, the shades aren't coming out, I don't think, how they look on the website. They possibly are how they're described, but not how they look. This is to the 10, so that's got a little bit less sort of mauve in it, and it's a little bit more pinky. And then this one here is a warmer pink. It's called Why Hello, but it's still really fair. Now when I was searching for these, I picked the categories of medium skin tone and light skin tone rather than fair skin tone, and these are the sort of blushes it offered me. And then this is Zip, so this I'm really excited to use for summer. I don't think the camera's picking up, but I think that one's the most peach. I did think more of these would be peach, but that is the peachiest one. This one, Rom-Com, I really thought that one would have more peach to it, but it is definitely pink. It's a warm pink, but it's definitely pink. And then Parakeet, which I don't think is, I think for me that's a winter shade, but I'm excited to try it anyway. And I got this lovely magnetic palette. Now my Z palette that I bought, and I don't really support the brand anymore, I won't go into it, but there was some drama and they didn't treat people nicely, but and I think they just ruined themselves, and I've not heard anything from them in months on YouTube. But I thought, I think I paid like 15-20 quid for my Z palettes. I'm really happy with that as a bargain because I got the palette thrown in with the deal. And then I picked the same style packaging for my Here Comes the Sun. In fact, I think this packaging you automatically get, and I picked the matching cheek palette. I'm wondering now whether I should have just got the pink one because then I can tell them more easily apart, but you know, in my head I wanted them to match. So this is the Here Comes the Sun eyeshadow palette. These came individually wrapped and I had to unwrap them all and then place them in, and that was fun. You know, I was worried it would be annoying, but it was actually really fun, and I'm just absolutely in awe of this palette. I'm just scared to touch it. I've had two casualties. I sort of dented this one here with my nail and this one here, but other than that they're pretty perfect. So tell me what you think of this palette. Have you seen it? Are you interested in buying it? Personally, I just think to look at it, it's just the epitome of summer. I went through my collection, although I have a huge eyeshadow collection, I didn't have one particular palette that I looked at and thought, wow, that encapsulates summer. I have a lot of palettes that seem to encapsulate autumn, but not summer. And this to me does that, and I just cannot wait to play with it. I don't think my setup's going to do the justice to this, so go and have a look at it on the website. And it's got two pressed glitters, some matte, some shimmers. I'm pretty sure this shade and this shade are duochrome. They do look like that to look at. And I am absolutely, as soon as possible, going to do a swatch video on this palette because I've actually Googled it searched it on YouTube because I did that before I bought the palette and I can't find any ones for it. So I think it's fairly new, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will say everything was beautifully packaged, nothing came damaged and all of that. Really, really happy with them, with the ones I've tried and with the look of them. But I am really disappointed that I spent as much money as I did on this order when I thought I was going to get the free Super Shock 5th anniversary shadow and I didn't get it. Now I appreciate they're in limited quantity, but I did place this order pretty quickly after it came out, and I just think that's pretty poor form. I don't sort of expect anything free. I just would have thought, you know, when you order from other brands, if I was to order this much from Debenhams, spend this much money in Debenhams or like with Makeup Revolution or something, they would usually send me something complimentary to say thanks for being a customer, wow, you've spent a lot of money on us, have something for free. I didn't get the eyeshadow I was expecting for free that other people were getting for free. I would have happily paid for it, but it wasn't for sale. You had to get it free with your order, and I didn't get anything free, which I think is a little bit poor. I do think that's a bit poor, but anyway, let's move on. So I did go to the Estee Lauder counter at Boots because they were doing this summer offer where you got this absolutely beautiful makeup bag. And now again, I have to admit, I do have a lot of makeup bags and enough makeup bags, but this one is just so summery. It's got little fruits on and little flowers, and it's just stunning. I mean, look at the colours, just look at this bag. It's just beautiful. So I did get my standard, I got a backup of my standard shade, which is Ecru, in the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And then I got the 2N one, which is Desert Beige, which is a shade darker. Now this still isn't dark enough for me of the colour I am now because I've just been to Spain for a week, and I also put a bit of fake tan on because I'm going out tomorrow night on a date night with my husband. And so yeah, I still have to sort of really bronze up, pretty much put bronzer over my entire face to make it work at the moment. But as my tan fades off, I think the Desert Beige is going to be perfect. And I'm hoping I go back to the colour I usually am, even though can I just say I wore SPF 50 the whole holiday, just saying. But I'm hoping to go back to that because I've got like one open and then now a backup. I actually wished I'd gone for a mascara because I promised myself I wouldn't spend money on high-end mascaras because they don't sort of work for me. But I did get a sample of this Sumptuous Extreme, and I'll show you the bits I bought afterwards as well, and then I got another sample of this. And I will say that this mascara, I'm obsessed. I just absolutely love it. I've got it on today. I don't wear falsies, so I really do need a decent mascara. I just don't like falsies. So in this bag, which you had to buy, only available at the Boots in Newcastle. It wasn't available at the Metro Centre or any other Boots. It was only selected Boots, and one of them was at the Metro Centre. One of them was Newcastle. So we were on a date day, me and my husband. I think it was for my birthday. Yeah, and he treated me to the 2 foundations, and this came for free. So in the bag, what you got is a Sumptuous Extreme mascara sample. That one's unopened because I'm using another one at the moment. You got a Advanced Night Repair Eye Concentrate Matrix sample, which I haven't yet tried. You've got the Advanced Night Repair Synchronized Recovery Complex 2, which I haven't tried. I haven't tried anything else in this bag, so let's just say that so I don't say it after every product. And then the Advanced Night Micro Cleansing Foam. Excited to try that. And we have here the Nightwear Plus 3-minute Detox Mask. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to give that a go at the nearest available opportunity. And then we've got this little lipstick. Now, I find when I get free stuff from Clinique, I often don't get a colour I like, and I'm a bit gutted about that. But this colour I would definitely use. As you can see, it's completely unswatched at the moment. Oh, that's just gorgeous. See, I think for me that would be more of a winter pink, but it's gorgeous. And as you can see, the ultra blotted lip has now settled down. Again, I don't think, you know, looking at that, I'm wondering whether or not people just avoid buying ultra blotted lips because of the way they come across on YouTube. They are stunning. I'm going to, I'll demo the ultra blotted lip when I do my eyeshadow palette swatch, but I just feel like that kind of looks bad, like, because you're wanting it to be opaque because it's what you're sort of used to seeing as a quality product, to something opaque, but they're not designed to be like that, and they are stunning. So the last product that came in this little bag when you bought 2 makeup products from Estee Lauder, in fact it might have been 2 any products, I can't remember, but for me obviously I bought the foundations, is you got to pick between a day cream and the night cream. Now I'm wondering in hindsight whether they were running out of the night cream, because the lady was like, oh, you want the day cream because you've already got night products in there, and she sort of didn't give me much of a choice, and I was in a rush. So this is the Day Wear Multi Protection Antioxidant 24-Hour Moisture Cream. I have tried this, it's green colour, and I quite like it. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit much for me. I like to keep my skincare really simple, but I do like it. It's nice, and I'm really glad that I got those. So I actually met a really nice young lady who worked for Dior when I was on holiday, and she just had this absolutely beautiful glow. She was probably using Dior products, but it made me do a little bit of shopping on my phone when I was away, and I just decided that I was going to try these when I got back, and I saw Tara, you know, Tara Babies, you'll know her channel if you're watching mine. She recommended this bronzer, where she hauled it and she said it was great for people who it suits like a red undertone to their bronzer, which is me. And so rather than getting the Dior one, I went on and I just treated myself to a new bronzer and highlighter. I just wished I'd got these when the offer was going on, and I probably would have got another bag of stuff, but there you go. So these are both from Estee Lauder. I've got, it's Bronze Goddess, and this is in 03 Brazen. Now I think this is a fairly new product, or maybe not that of a popular one, because the lady at the counter when I bought this seemed really knowledgeable, and yet she hadn't heard of this. So she was like, oh, let me check. Oh yes, here it is in the drawer. She seemed surprised to see it, or that anyone had asked for it. I got the impression nobody had ever asked her to dig one of these out. I think she was used to selling number 1 or number 2. But yeah, I think she sort of looked at me as well, because usually the higher up in numbers you go, the darker the tone is, and I'm pretty fair, usually a lot fairer than this, so she probably wondered why I wanted it, but it was for the undertone. And I will say something odd, I've used it a lot, and I will say something odd about this. My face usually doesn't eat any makeup because I have normal to dry skin, so I don't have oils producing, I don't have problems with that. But this actually doesn't last very long on my complexion, which I find really odd because I usually use quite affordable bronzers and they last all day. So I've never sort of imagined that to be a thing, but it must be, because it looks beautiful when I put it on, but I always feel like I need to reapply it halfway through the day. So I also purchased this Estee Lauder Baked Jelly Formula. Oh, so satisfying, isn't it, on the mirror? Highlighter, which as you can see I've used loads of. It's called Illuminating Powder Jelly. It's basically a highlighter. It's the rose gold one. It's 03 Mirage. I really was torn between this and another bronzier one, and I think I might have to get that. But this is just stunning. It is a little bit dark for my skin tone, but actually I probably will be able to get away with it today. Don't know if it's going to go with this eye look, with it being pink against red, but yeah, I can totally pull that off with my current dark skin tone. It's dark for me. Don't take offence, anyone. I mean, I'm darker than I am usually, is what I meant by that. So, oh, it's just lovely. I have noticed that I prefer the look of this highlighter on the cheeks on Cupid's bow. When I put it on my nose, I actually don't like it that much, but that's usually, I think, because I'm too fair, whereas now with this colour I think it looks gorgeous. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So yeah, that's Mirage, and the packaging for this is just beautiful. So sturdy, so fancy, I just love it. Now, when I was at the airport, I'd already knew I was going to go straight to buy this perfume, so I nearly bought it in this country, and I wanted to see if I could get it cheaper at the airport. It wasn't cheaper at the airport, I think that's supposed to be, but it wasn't. And it was Escada Miami Blossom. Now, last year I bought the 100ml and the 50ml of the Sorbetto Rosso, which is also a limited edition summer fragrance, and that was the watermelon one. That's the one I have on today. I love it. So obviously with it being limited edition I can't buy it anymore, and this looked very, very similar, except it's like pineapple rather than watermelon. So I went ahead and bought the same for these two after smelling it and seeing that I liked them, and I did get them both because, like I said, limited edition. If Escada comes out with limited edition summer fragrances every year, I think I'll be getting them every year because I just love them. And the other thing about fragrances for me is I like to only wear a fragrance for the first time when I'm on doing something that I want to remember forever, and then every time I smell that fragrance I'm going to think of it. So I feel that way about Espa products, and the smell of Clarins, I've got it here, Clarins Firming Oil. This Clarins Firming Tonic Body Treatment Oil, every time I smell this I think of my honeymoon, because I just used it for the first time and put it all over on my honeymoon. But this Escada Miami Blossom, and every time I smell this now I'm going to think of that lovely holiday with my family in Spain, which was a really good holiday. So I'm over the moon with those two. They were having a Boots sort of sale. I have the app for my Boots card. Get it if you don't have it, it's really good. And they said that they were having a third off Tropez, I hope I'm saying that right, products. I've never tried anything from them, so I really wanted to go for it. It's what I've got on today. The Tropez Self Tan Purity Bronzing Water Gel. So this is usually really pricey. I think it's like £33 or something. This was like £20, so I got it cheaper. And the Gradual Tan Watermelon Infusion, because I have to have everything that's watermelon from now on for the rest of my life. It's just my fruit. If I was a fruit, I'd be a watermelon. So yeah, I love, love, love those. And well, I haven't tried the watermelon one yet. I just love the scent. For the gel, it's not the easiest. You know, you have to be careful. I have fudged it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see. There we go. I have fudged it up a little bit, but I'm hoping to be able to fix that tonight because I am supposed to be going on a date night tomorrow night. Okay, so not sure if you're interested in this, but I did pick up O'Keeffe's Working Hand Cream. I just cannot get rid of these rough dried patches on the back of my knuckles here from contact dermatitis that I've recovered from. And I've got a million hand creams, but unfortunately they just don't seem to be working for me. I think in my last haul I might have showed you that I bought the hand cream with the urea in from Eucerin. it's fine, it's just not helped me. I'm just going to keep trying and trying to find one that helps me. So yeah, I got that, and let's see how we go. We can only but try. I also got two. I could just edit this out, but I'm probably not going to. I could get, I did buy the two L'Oreal Paris masks. I got a trio free sample and really loved them, and I love the way it made my skin look and feel. I've had this detox mask before, and I don't remember it having such an effect on me before, so I don't know if that just was like a bad one, but this sample really did things for me, so I bought that. And then the one I liked even more is the Blemish Rescue Mask. Now, I don't suffer blemishes, so I never would have picked this up, so I'm glad I got the sample, because I really like how smooth and clean and how much it tightens my pores. I really liked the sample of that, so I bought those two masks. I think they were half price, which is why I got them. Now, they're having 2 for £12 on my Garnier Olia 4.62 in dark garnet, so I bought 4 boxes of those. One of them I've got to collect from the store, and one of them I used because I needed to dye my hair, so it got used. So I had got 4 of those, and even though I'm supposed to be on a no buy for hair products, it's just really not going well. I wanted some products that smelled summery and were holiday-esque for my holiday. I should have took my Project Pan products, but it's just that ever since I've stopped using silicone and sulfates, when I do use silicone and sulfates, I just don't like the way my hair looks. So that Project Pan might end up with a lot of things going in the dustbin. But I got these products from Maui Moisture, which is the Curl Quench Coconut Oil Curl Milk, which is a leave-in conditioner, and the Coconut Oil Curl Quench conditioner. I also got the shampoo, but I've left it in the bathroom, and the Maui Moisture Curl Smoothie, which is a styling product. Now, this doesn't work for me using it on wet hair, but does work lovely when I'm using it on dry hair. The shampoo and conditioner are nice, but then I mean, they're my favourite in regards to smell for Maui Moisture, but they're so tropically. But for the result, they're for thick curly hair. Now it's difficult to say what they mean by that, because I have thick hair in the sense I have quite a lot of hair, but my hair itself, the strands are fine. So it's not that it's too heavy for me, because it takes a lot for something to be too heavy for my dry hair. It just doesn't work as well as some of the other Maui Moisture products I've bought. It's not my favourite in regards to results. This leave-in conditioner is lovely though. I really like, out of the 3 so far, this is the one I would repurchase, although, and I much prefer this to the Shea Butter, the Shea Moisture, brand, their leave-in conditioner, which has the castor oil in. I actually much prefer this, and I'm really glad that I got that one. Whilst I was there, I just picked up a 3-pack of the 100% pure cotton wool rounds when I was at Superdrug. I actually prefer these to the Boots one. And I also got, because it was on offer, my favourite Expert White White Teeth in 5 Days, which is my Colgate toothpaste. This really works. It's half the price of the one that's £12 that's supposed to be like the professional one. You'll know it because there's not a lot of toothpaste in there, but £12, and you can't miss it. I think it's called Expert. No, this one's called Expert White. I think might have the word professional in. I'm not sure. This is better anyway. They're £6 each usually. I didn't pay that because I got them on offer, but they're half the price of the other one, and it works better, so I would recommend those. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed the haul, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of these products, what you've been buying, what are great products for me to use in summer, or just tell me how you are. How are you today? I'm just really pleased to be here because my filming has slowed down a lot due to life commitments, but also because I think my confidence on my channels took a little bit of a hit, and that is something I'm going to really work on fixing. And I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. See you in the next one.